Alright, hi guys. Welcome to my 100% review of Incredicer, a fun, short, relatively incremental game. It only took me 4 hours to complete. That's 26 achievements. I pretty much did it this morning. I was getting really tired while doing it, but I got it 100%. It's a very fun game. I enjoyed it. Anyways, on to how I typically do my reviews. Like always, I start with the cons. It gets very boring near the end of the game trying to get to 100%. It turns into a very much waiting game for money and dark matter, which is dark matter is what you use to buy skills, and then the money is to upgrade the dice that you get and the income. And it gets pretty it gets less satisfying as you add new types of dice, because initially it looks like you're filling the screen with all the dice. Like there's regular dice all the way down to diamond dice, right? And you can have 100 of each, but it doesn't look like there's 700 dice on the screen at any given time. Like when you get everything fully upgraded, it does not look like you're sitting with 100 dice on your screen. It looks like some of the dice is invisible and you can't see it, but it still counts. Like it's counting as it's being flipped or something of the like. So when you're going over everything, it just gets kind of less satisfying. And after a while, it's kind of hard to tell what the upgrades are actually doing in terms of like money gain, because it doesn't. You can tell you're earning money faster, but it's not like you do one thing and all of a sudden you're like, wow, that's a huge jump. I'm making from like $1,000 to 10,000 like right away. No, it's like $1,000 to 1,050. So like it's it like most upgrades in incremental games is slow, and like the upgrades are small because the skill trees are so big, which necessarily isn't ever a bad thing. Skill trees still feel rewarding, and I love the look of incremental skill trees. The only other bad thing I have really about the game, it lacks one big mechanic that 70% of incremental games have, which is a prestige system, which is typically another skill tree, or like a small upgrade path or something similar, like maybe a handful of upgrades. Honestly, in this game, like I still was able to 100% it around 4 hours, right? So prestiging wouldn't really do too much. Most of the time, prestiging helps buffer the cost of some of the upgrades being so expensive. Near the end, the upgrades are kind of expensive, but also at the same time, you're earning enough dark matter that it doesn't really matter. And like if you go idle for like 15-20 minutes and you walk away, you have enough dark matter to like upgrade quite a few things. Granted, at the same time, like I said, some of the costs get pretty high up. So it's not terrible that it doesn't have a prestige system. It would just be nice to like help boost up to make it like, even if you at most is like, what's broken? Okay, that's fine. Give it to me. I'll throw it away. What was I saying? Oh, like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 times prestiging. Even if like you did it like right away or something, or like it's catered towards rolling like sixes, or I don't know, maybe there was like one special die on the screen, and if it I don't know, rolls a specific number, or like maybe there was a D100 die, and if it rolled a 100, you would get it, or something. I don't know, some way to get just kind of help lower the cost, or like the time it takes to earn. But like I said, near the end, like it doesn't really matter, you're earning it fast enough. I think for me to get the last few upgrades, I think I just walked away for like 5 minutes, and I had everything. So it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, on to the pros of the game. The music is great for the game, and it's very chill, which matches what you're doing a lot. So it's just like pretty chill. It's not like it fits the game, which is always something that's good. The skill tree is great, and it does feel rewarding for the most part. Like I said, after a while, it feels like you like most incremental games. I feel like there's not enough special upgrades on it. Like there's some that increase it. There's like a combo one, and then there's one that sends out like a wave that flips dice near your cursor, or there's one that shoots a projectile, and then one that shoots out like a mini cursor around. I just feel like there isn't enough specialty ones. A lot of it's just like increasing the chance of rolling a higher number, or increasing how much you earn from any of the numbers on the die, which is fair. I mean, it's this type of game, like, is a dice game. Makes sense that most upgrades would be around that, but I feel like there could be some specialty upgrades that would help, or something, you know? Like even like if every 106s you roll, you earn double amount of dark matter for like 30 seconds or something. I don't know, some really specific upgrade ones that add some like special effect or something. That'd be cool. Like there's a few, but I just feel like there's not enough in the skill tree. And I do think that the skill trees, as on, I go back to a point where there's a skill tree present. Huh? If I pause, this build of the skill tree is very similar to this one, and this one, and that one, and that one, which makes sense with every type of dice. It would have similar upgrades. But I just feel like after a while you just expect the same kind of upgrades and stuff like that, and it makes the skill tree seems less cool. I like when you on you're playing an incremental game, and when you buy an upgrade and it branches off, like the upgrades are based around like this one thing, and then like each one adds to that one thing, and then like later on the skill tree it's different. Like it's not like the same layout for each one. I don't know. Either way, the initial gameplay is fun. Like starting off and like midway through the game, it's still fun. But after a while, your arm gets sore from like moving, like fucking going like this constantly, just swiping across the screen. Your arm hurts. At least you can turn the idle mode on while you do it. after a while your arm gets tired, and then it just eventually kind of feels stale. There's plenty of things to upgrade. There's the skill tree, and then the shop for the dice and helper hands, and then upgrading the income on what you earn and your radius of your cursor. There's like plenty of stuff to upgrade. But like I was saying, I wish there was a prestige system, or even like, I don't know, make the skill tree more unique with like each of the dice, and not just kind of like copy paste of each, copy and paste from all the way from the normal dice all the way to the diamond dice in terms of what to expect from the upgrades, besides the values just being different with like some specialty thing at the end. I wish that each one was unique with its own like different things that change how the gameplay feels. Because like I said, the gameplay eventually starts getting to get stale, and it feels less rewarding because you're just doing the same motion over and over again, and then you stop, and you upgrade, and then you go through, and then you buy skills, and then after a while it kind of gets like, I'm glad it was only 4 hours of this and not like 10. The achievements are easy to obtain just by playing the game. All of it's really just like earn a specific amount of money, earn a specific amount of dark matter, unlock this dice, or unlock the max amount of helper hands. Buy all the helper hands, and then purchase all the skills, like complete the skill tree, and then purchase everything that you can upgrade wise, and then you 100% the game. Like, the achievements are very like, if you plan to buy everything and do everything, you will get 100%. It's not like any obscure shit, not like any weird MMO style achievement of rolling a specific number of sixes, specific number of fives, fours, threes, twos, and ones. It's just very straightforward. To play the game, you'll earn the achievements. The idle aspects of the game are good, and at the end, once you have everything upgraded, it is as good as controlling it yourself. In terms of gaining money in dark matter, which is really nice. Like I said, your arm starts to hurt after a while of doing the same fucking motion. I'm just scraping the screen with your mouse. So it's nice to just be able to sit back and just kind of like focus on buying upgrades or buying skills. You gotta just sit there and jerk off your mouse. But also in that same aspect, it gets boring just staring at your upgrade screen, waiting for enough dark matter or enough money, or just watching the dice flip. There's just not enough going on in terms of keep the player with attention. Not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of incremental games are kind of like this, or at least idle games are like this, where I just sit there and wait until you can buy an upgrade or prestige, so you can get back to the point where you were and buy another upgrade, and then you're like, oh, it's taking a long time to upgrade again, time to prestige, let's do it again. Very similar in that aspect, but at least there's ways to keep your attention, or there's like a multitude of different mechanics or systems that you can play with that might change how the run feels. But with this, it's just one run doing the same thing over and over again. So that's why the idle aspect is honestly really good in this, because you can walk away and then come back, and it would be no different than sitting here waiting. So kind of what I did. I would go take a bathroom break, eat something, or just kind of sit down and scroll through my phone for a second, record for a little bit while it goes, and then come back. But honestly, that's all I have in terms of my review. It's not much I can really talk about when it comes to this game. It's very simple. It was only like $2. So, I mean, I paid for what I got, and I got 4 hours of fun. More like 2.5 hours of fun, and the last little bit was kind of, eh. But regardless, I'm gonna give the game a 6 out of 10. Not the best incremental game. It's not the worst either. It does the things it sets out to do. And like I like incremental games. I like games like this. I like seeing skill trees flesh out and stuff like that. But yeah, kind of why I'm gonna sit with this one. Just solid 100%. 6 out of 10 experience. Pretty easy to do, but it takes a chunk of your time. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time.